January 20th. My little cat is making biscuits on my belly, so I'm journaling to stall getting up. She's rumbling and marching away, and it'd be a crime to stop her. Last night, I wrote down just a couple things for approaching a conversation with my currently estranged friend. One of the points I'm trying to word is how much changes in a year. I wrote down the following. I feel like a different person every fucking month. Looking back on everything I've seen and felt and done and learned in just a week. 2. 8. My yellow car. I got this yellow car in November and spent through mid-January painting it. I was different then. I'd never read smut once. We had a savings. I had credit room. I had hope in my improved work attendance. I made a whole family Christmas video in the middle of the car project and learned more video software, and I watched an entire D&D campaign and went through a weeks-long gift of the perfect sweatpants debacle for Paul, and more or less starved myself skinny and took sexy car thumbnail photos that reaffirmed the wrong things. I got insane abs, and Paul changed jobs, and I didn't know how to take off a car door before, but now I can do much more than that. I'm including it because it's one of the reasons I like these video journals. I really don't think I'm special. I think I'm especially growth-minded, but I think if you choose to see it, everyone grows and changes a lot in a short amount of time. And an entire year is not nothing. But moving on, today I spent cleaning the house and kind of killing time while the landlord installed a new bathroom fan. He ended up spending 5 hours on the project, and I went to the gas station to pee in the middle because I'm too socially anxious to ask for my own bathroom for a minute. What if he, heard or smelled something? I couldn't do that. Nope. Paul and I finally beat a character on a couch co-op game that we've been working on for a while, and Schuyler had some stellar nap positions. I enjoyed the cleaning I did. Now my house is way more livable. It got a bit out of hand there, with all the stuff from the garage already invading the house space before I started adding piles to it. And now it's 10, and I spent 5 hours waiting around, and I can either watch YouTube videos until bed or work in the garage on the painting and lighting changes. We'll see. Louise out. January 21st. I woke up and got up to my alarm this morning. Every single day I do that is a big dub in my book. I also did pretty much everything on my list. I spent the morning working on my next video edit. I had a tough choice to make for where to start my videos again. I have about 3 weeks worth of journals between last Halloween and January. I love those journals. I did some important things and had some good times, and of course some bad ones. And I made the choice to leave them behind. I didn't make those videos last year, and I want to start up again with current events. So I recorded and cut together my script, then I went errand running for a good 2 hours. I got groceries and frozen rats for my snake, returned an Amazon thing, and picked up light bulbs and paint swatches at Home Depot. I came home, put it all away, had a snack, then went and worked on my studio updates. I'm making my lighting polarized so that I can see through the glare on my paintings with a lens filter for polarization. I'm also dispersing it to help with the garage door hardware shadow. And since both of those significantly dim the brightness, I'm also doubling my lights. I'm also painting the garage door white. It's a wood door that's molding, so I've cleaned it and I'm putting down a mold-killing primer and then painting it the same white as the rest of the room. I'll be painting the garage accessories too to make it look cohesive and clean. I'm excited to get that surface white and reflecting light. It's small changes in the scheme of things, but I'm incredibly excited for these improvements. It's like when I made my paint holders better. It worked before, but it's about to be splendid. I also have my whole new mood board to decorate, and I've got plans to cutesy up the place. My journals are full of my plans, just like my head, honestly. Hard to remember to appreciate any of the work I actually do sometimes. I cleaned the garage hardware today and painted 2 coats on the wood strips for the LED strip lights on the ceiling. Then I had leisure time with Paul. Lately, that looks like heating up a ready-made meal, like tiki masala, adding a side, like frozen vegetables, into the mix, then getting our juices. I have been strictly drinking cran raspberry for over a year. Paul likes assorted and tropical flavors. I typically grab a small fork for me and a big fork for Paul and a single paper towel every single time. Then we watch our show. We're watching season 2 of Arcane right now. After that, we might play Brotato before it's time for me to go to bed, at which point I typically journal. A well-rounded day with more on the horizon. Louise out. January 22nd. It's after midnight, so this will be short. Today I went to the gym and it felt just awful. I felt on the brink of passing out all workout. I've only recently come to realize that I'm really just not eating enough, so I'm gonna try harder there. And my medications make me pretty lightheaded right now. After the gym, I put up my added lights, stapled all the cords in place, and taped the last of the polarizing filter paper over it. Then I painted 2 coats of mold-killing primer on the garage door. There's still a lot of brown staining showing up, so I'm worried about the coverage of the 3rd, but hopefully last layer of paint. But then it was dinner time. We made an incredible beef stew and watched Arcane. Now it's almost 1, so Louise out. January 24th. I have a knack for staying up late now, sleeping in late too. Today I slept till 2, then put a few more coats of paint on the garage door. Yesterday I painted it entirely twice, and some areas with more. Today the whole garage has 4 coats, and some areas have up to 10 coats. This paint color doesn't cover crap. I remember that from painting the studio last year. After I did that, though, I cleaned the floors and moved all the stuff back into the garage. I'm so happy to have my studio again, and this time improved. I'll be making constant improvements, I think, until it's time to leave this space to be a garage again, most likely. Wild. This whole room looks so much brighter with the garage door white. It's crazy what a difference it makes. Today, I also had dinner with my in-laws, the first since my father-in-law fired me. We took them to the best teriyaki place we know in town and chatted for well over an hour. It was a good time. I want to be stubborn and hold grudges, but honestly, moving on feels right. I've learned from last year that giving the wound time doesn't really help it heal. It just festers. Too much time at least. Some time is needed, but only a few weeks. Months would just be festering. I'm having an I should text her moment for my friend. I told myself I would at the end of the month. It's time. I'm just never gonna be ready for this. But that was my day. Little cat has been knocking the butter dish lid off so she can lick the butter. We caught her in the act today. I fit into jeans that I haven't fit into for over a year, and that felt good. But I also want less calorie restriction and more burning calories. It's a different look. I feel like I look starved because I basically am, which is an overstatement, but still. I found out that my medications put me at risk of dangerously high potassium levels, so I checked to see if I could just eat less potassium-heavy foods. Turns out all of the healthy things I eat are high in potassium. Oranges, spinach, potatoes, carrots, onions. It's dumb. I'm very sleepy, so that's all for tonight. Louise out. January 25th. Today was a great one. I spent the whole day cleaning the house and vibing to my audiobook. Then one of my friends came over and we had a double date game night. It was just a ton of fun. Lots of laughter and lots of shared stories. We finished off with big block Jenga and talking about the scary things underwater in relation to scuba diving. Then Paul and I watched our show and played our game, and here I am in bed with a fresh out of the dryer comforter, fresh sheets, and a new sugar cookie wax warmer on. Life is good. I'm hoping to get my first video of the year up tomorrow. Louise out. January 26th. I'm still working on getting my first video of the year out. I'm very resistant to video editing. Sitting in a chair and scouring over the same details over and over for hours is just not my idea of fun. I need to get better at making videos. I can make videos just fine, but I want them to be a higher quality, and that takes concentrated effort. It's very uncomfortable. I'd rather paint a room than edit a video, but this is part of my whole plan. I just have to do it. I'm almost a full month into the year and I haven't changed enough. That's anxiety talking. Okay. I'm changing plenty, but I have so much more to grow into. I like the idea of setting quarterly goals instead of a single huge New Year's goal. It's very finance bro coded, but I'll take it. I am trying to be a girl boss after all. God, how many millennial jokes can I make in a day? I'm from 1998, so I'm more Gen Z than millennial, for the record. I hate video editing, and I must video edit. And not just do it, improve at it. I'm halfway through editing one video. It's taken me 2 weeks to get this far, and I'm trying to do a video every week. Warning, steep learning curve up ahead. No matter how much Adobe program I learn, there's so much more to improve at. My cat doesn't mind. She loves Computer Lab. I texted my friend just now. We need a phone call. and that phone call will likely either break or repair the relationship. I'm scared and ready. Big days ahead. Louise out.